Welcome, dear friends, to our magical corner of storytelling. Today, we invite you to embark on an enchanting journey through the beloved tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Join us as we explore the themes of love, bravery, and the triumph of good over evil in this timeless classic. So settle in, grab some popcorn, and let the adventure begin. Don't forget to stick around until the end for a special message. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Snow White. Her beauty was unmatched, but her heart was even purer. She spent her days wandering the lush gardens of the castle, singing to the birds and befriending all the woodland creatures. Her laughter echoed through the halls, bringing joy to everyone around her. However, her happy life took a dark turn when her stepmother, the evil queen, grew consumed by jealousy. The evil queen possessed a magical mirror, a tool of vanity that would declare her the fairest of them all. One morning, as she stood before it, she demanded, "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" "Snow White is fairer, your majesty," the mirror replied, its voice echoing ominously in the cold chamber. Furious and desperate to reclaim her title, the queen hatched a wicked plan. "I shall send her far away, where she will never be seen again," she declared, her eyes gleaming with malice. With a heart full of dread, the queen ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the dark forest and eliminate her. But the huntsman, unable to carry out the cruel command, took pity on the innocent princess. Instead, he urged her to flee. "Run away, my dear, and never return," he warned, his voice trembling. Heartbroken yet determined, Snow White ventured into the depths of the forest, where the trees whispered secrets and shadows danced around her. After wandering for hours, she stumbled upon a quaint cottage nestled among the trees. The sight of it filled her with hope, and she decided to enter. Inside, she found the cottage cluttered but cozy, with tiny furniture and a warm hearth. Exhausted, she lay down on one of the small beds and soon fell into a deep slumber. Little did she know the cottage belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in the nearby mines. When the dwarfs returned home, they were astonished to find a beautiful girl asleep in their beds. "Who is she?" asked Doc, the leader of the group. "She looks like an angel," said Bashful, blushing. Grumpy crossed his arms, unimpressed. "She's just a girl. Let's wake her up and ask her to leave." But the other dwarfs couldn't bear the thought of waking her. They decided to let her rest, hoping she would stay with them. When Snow White awoke the next morning, she was greeted by the sight of 7 curious faces. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice soft and gentle. "We're the 7 dwarfs." They chimed in unison, and thus began a beautiful friendship. They welcomed her into their home, and Snow White quickly became the heart of their little family, filling the cottage with laughter and kindness. Days turned into weeks, and Snow White thrived in the dwarfs' care. She cooked, cleaned, and shared stories, while the dwarfs taught her about their lives in the mines and the magic of the forest. They danced and sang together under the starlit sky, creating memories that would last a lifetime. But darkness loomed as the evil queen discovered Snow White was still alive. Enraged, she consulted her magical mirror once more. "Mirror, mirror, on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" "Snow White is still fairer, your majesty," it replied, and the queen's fury ignited. Determined to finish what she started, the queen disguised herself as an old peddler and ventured into the forest. She approached the dwarf's cottage with a basket of beautiful, shiny apples. "Dear girl," she called, her voice sweet as honey, "would you like to try a delicious apple? It will make you the fairest of them all." Snow White, innocent and trusting, approached the disguised queen. "Oh, thank you. They look so lovely." Just as she was about to bite into a poisoned apple, the dwarfs returned home, sensing something was amiss. "Stop!" they shouted, rushing to her side. But it was too late. The poisoned apple took effect, and Snow White fell to the ground, lifeless. The dwarfs were heartbroken, weeping for their beloved friend. They placed her in a glass coffin, guarding her with their love and devotion. Days turned into weeks, and the forest mourned the loss of Snow White. The dwarfs stood watch, refusing to leave her side. Legends of her beauty spread throughout the kingdom, reaching the ears of a brave prince who had heard of the enchanted maiden. One day, the prince ventured into the forest, guided by tales of her beauty and the love that surrounded her. Upon finding the glass coffin, he was struck by Snow White's serene beauty. Overcome with emotion, he leaned down and kissed her softly. In that moment, true love's kiss broke the spell. Snow White's eyes fluttered open and she gasped for breath. The dwarfs erupted into cheers, their hearts filled with joy. The evil queen, realizing her defeat, vanished into the shadows forever, her power broken. Snow White and her prince returned to the kingdom, where they celebrated their love and the triumph of good over evil. Together they invited the dwarfs to the royal palace, where they all lived happily ever after, surrounded by friends, laughter, and the warmth of love. And so, the tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs reminds us that true beauty lies within, that friendship can conquer the darkest of times, and that love, in all its forms, is the most powerful magic of all. As we wrap up this enchanted journey through the timeless tale of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, we hope you felt the magic and warmth of friendship and love. If this story brought a smile to your face, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Join our fairy tale family by hitting that subscribe button for more captivating stories and adventures. Share this video with your friends and spread the joy of classic tales. Remember, every like, share, and subscription helps keep the magic alive. Until next time, let your dreams be as bright as the stars in the night sky.